So we are reading about spreadsheet formula and function, and today we are going to cover the topics that are formula, cell range, and cell referencing. So we are going to learn these three things. See, this is formula and cell range and cell referencing. In the previous video, I had explained you what is the basic of formula, what do you mean by formula, and what are the different elements of formula that are cell references and operators and the constant and the function. I had explained this thing, and also we had seen the cell address and the part of the cell address I am showing you. Okay, you can see here we had seen these things. Okay, so let's revise and come to the point what is formula, and we will learn the different types of formula today, text formula and numeric formula also. That will be new for you from the previous class. So let's start. See, formula. So I had told you that formula is a user defined expression that includes cell reference, letter, numbers, arithmetic operators. Means formula are made by user, we people, the user of the computer, and they made formula for the purpose of calculating, for doing some calculation. Okay, in MS Excel we do this, and the elements of the formulas are cell references, means how to name the cell from where to calculate, means कहाँ से कहाँ तक हम लोग कैलकुलेट करेंगे, किस सेल का नंबर को हम लोग जोड़ेंगे, that is called cell reference. And then operators, we had learned about operator, the 5 operators you can see, plus, minus, into, divided by, and combination. Okay, so these were the operators. And then we had also seen what is constant. Constants are the numeric or numbers that have fixed value. Okay, and it may be also a text which has fixed value, as you can see, Amitabh. And functions are ready-made formula, means the formula that is set in the computer, and it is not made by the user, but it is made by the developer, software developer of MS Excel. Those ready-made formula are known as function. Okay, so now the types of formula, we had seen the basic formula and the compound formula. So basic formula and compound formula, what is the difference? In basic formula only one operator is used. For example, you can see here plus operator is used, but in compound formula we can use more than one operator. That is here you can see asterisk, that is multiply, and plus, two operators are there. Okay, so like this we had seen up to this, and we had also seen how to write this, how to create the numeric formula. Okay, the formula, see this, the question will come, what is the main difference between numeric formula and text formula? I am telling you exactly what the difference is. Numeric formula are the formula that is used to do operation over the numbers. Okay, and it do the calculation of number. But a text formula that we are going to learn ahead, that is the starting topic today. Okay, so text formula are the formula which work on text, means it joins two sentence, two words, or two cells having text written in it, not the numbers written in it. So a text formula is a formula which do operation over text. This is the difference only. Text formula is formula which do operation over text, and the numeric formula are the formula which do calculation over numbers, or do operation over numbers. So a student, this is our starting topic up to creating numeric formula. I had given you the video. Let's start from here, creating text formula. So you can see in your book it is page number text formula, it is page number 20, and from 20 you can see we cannot apply any numeric formula on the text value except addition. So addition is the formula which also work on text, means word, letters, okay, alphabet. The procedure of linking text value in a series is called combination. So concatenation. So this is concatenation, joining two word or two text together is known as concatenation. And this is ampersand sign, ampersand sign, and this is also called ampersand operator. This is an operator which do the operation of combining two words or two sentences together. Okay, a word is used to join or concatenate one or more text string to produce a single piece of a string. So this operator, when used in Excel, it joins two text together. Remember to always put text in double quotation marks as shown in the figure. Okay, so whatever the text you are trying to concatenate, you have to give it in the double quotation mark. This is called double quotation mark. I am showing you here with the mouse. Okay, this is quotation marks. You can see how to use. The steps will come in exam, and also the question it may be given in the exercise, how to create text formula. So the first step is type the given formula in the cell A5. It is given here. You can write in a particular cell. Then type equal to A2C. I am explaining this figure with reference to this step. Okay. Second step is type equal to A2. A2 is here. You can see because. Okay. So A2 ampersand. This is a concatenation operator or combination operator. So ampersand, and then a scored. A scored is not already written anywhere, but it is we are writing in our formula scored, and then inverted double quotation mark is given, and then ampersand, then C2. You can see in C2 it is written 78. Then again ampersand means again it will combine with marks in, and then ampersand C1. In C1 you can see English. So like this, when you will put the formula, and then finally you have to press enter, then the result will be like this. Here in the next figure you can see, I am showing you. You can see Vikas scored 78 marks in English. This is the result of the formula written here. It is equal to A2 ampersand scored ampersand C2 and ampersand marks in ampersand C1. Okay, so you can see a scored is given in double quotation mark, and marks in is also given in double quotation mark. This is the way of writing the text that you want to concatenate with the cells. Okay, so this was the text formula. Now let's see what is range of cell or cell range. See, range of cell or cell range is means that two or three or more than one cells when we refer, when we write, when we want to express more than one cell together, this is called cell reference. Sorry, cell range reference. Okay, जब हम लोग एक या एक से ज़्यादा सेल को जब एक साथ हम लोग लेते हैं तो उसको हम लोग सेल रेंज कहते हैं, और एक से ज़्यादा सेल को एक साथ लेकर जब हम उसका कैलकुलेशन करते हैं और यूज़ करते हैं तो उसको हम लोग सेल रेफरेंस कहते हैं. ओके, सो सेल रेफरेंस और सेल रेंज आप देखिए यहाँ पर डिटेल में. बिफोर मूविंग फर्दर लेट अस रीड अबाउट द रेंज ऑफ सेल. सेल रेंज और range is selected a square or rectangle block of two or more cells A range is represented by the cell addresses of the first cell and the cell diagonally opposite to it. You can see here, यहाँ पे क्या है, here you can see Vikas, and in the last diagonal cell, diagonally the last one is C6, है ना. यहाँ पर ये जो सेल है ये 6C6 है. ओके, सो ये डायगनली लिया जाता है, मतलब ये डायगनल होता है ना, रेक्टेंगल में आप लोग पढ़े हो डायगनल. सो दिस कॉर्नर जॉइंस दिस कॉर्नर, दैट वेरी लाइन इज कॉल्ड डायगनल. सो डायगनली ये अपोजिट में जहाँ तक रहता है वो सिलेक्ट होता है, मतलब उसको हम लोग रेफर करते हैं. सो इट आपने क्या समझा कि व्हाट इज सेल और रेंज, सेल रेंज और रेंज. सेल रेंज और रेंज क्या है? This is a selected a square or rectangular block of 2 or more cell, and a range is represented by the cell address. We write the address to represent the cell range, and the address you know very well. For example, a student name here, the address of this cell is A1, address of Hindi is B1, very good, and the address of A2 is means the value in cell A2 is Vikas VS, and the value of B4 is 76. Very good. So 76 and is the value in B4. Like this you can understand what is the cell address. So we represent a range of cell with the help of cell address of the first and the diagonally opposite to it. So up to here you can write the definition from cell of range to here the definition of cell range. You can underline in your book. Now it is given example, you can understand it. I had already explained you. Now naming a range of cell. See, we can also give a particular name to a group of cells, or a group of cell is also known as range. Yes, so naming, we can name them. How? Steps are given. First of all, we have to select the group of cell or range of cell we want to name. Okay, then we have to right click on the selected range, then pop-up menu will appear like this. You can, okay, then pop-up menu will appear, and then click on define name, and the name dialog box appears. So here name dialog box will appear, and then you have to click on OK, and then the name is given. That means the value is done. Okay, there is another way of naming this same. Okay, I am starting Excel for explaining you in practical way. So let's see, it will take time, then I will explain. Okay, so the other method to name a range of cell is select the range of cell which you want to name, then click on the name box. Name box is where you can see this is here name box, and this is formula bar or formula box. Okay, this is name box where it is written class 8, and this is formula bar student name. Okay, so you have to go on name box, click on the name box and display the cell address. here यहाँ पे आप जाओगे तो आपको सेल एड्रेस पहले से दिखते रहेगा. आपको वहाँ पे क्या करना है, यू हैव टू टाइप नेम फॉर द रेंज ऑफ सेल एंड देन प्रेस इंटर की. आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू विद प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस. For example, you can see I am writing again here student, the first cell I want to write student name, then in second science, maths, computer. Okay, now we have these three. See how I am expanding it. Okay, now I want to name these three cells, these four cells together. I have first selected. This is the way of selecting. Here it is name box. I am going to give here name class 8. Okay, so we had given already the group of cell a name. We can also right click here and then define name, and then here it will open name, and I will give class 8. The name that you entered is not valid. Okay, so there may be some problem. Now it's okay. So the hyphen was not taking the computer. This was difficulty. Now you understand how to give cell, a group of cell means range of cell, a name. आपने सीखा कि किस तरह से एक range of cell को नाम कैसे देंगे. Now what is cell referencing? This is the last topic that we are going to learn today. So what is cell referencing? Referencing means to refer something, means किसी को किसी के बारे में बता देना कि हाँ ये होता है. ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल आपसे कोई पूछने आता है वेयर इज संत मैरिज स्कूल, देन आप उनको बताते हो कि यू फर्स्ट गो टू बेलदारी चक, देन इन बेलदारी चक यू कैन आस्क समवन and then he or she, anyone is there who can tell you where is Sant Mary's School. So similarly cell referencing is similar thing, means उसी तरह से है. For example, you can see here in the figure, here we have product, bread, butter, cheese, ham. Then suppose we want to calculate the amount of this bread with the help of quantity and price. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, इसका कैलकुलेट करने के लिए क्या बताएंगे, हम लोग बताएंगे कि ये जो B2 में लिखा हुआ है और ये जो C2 में लिखा हुआ है इस दोनों को जोड़िए, देन सॉरी मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए. तो ये जो बताना हुआ कि B2 और C2 में जो लिखा हुआ उसको मल्टीप्लाई कीजिए. दिस इज कॉल्ड cell referencing. So cell referencing means referring a particular number of cell or one cell for the purpose of doing some operation. Okay, now let's see what is written in your book. You can read in your book, a cell reference refers to a cell or range of cells on a worksheet and can be used in a formula so that Microsoft Office can find the value or data that you want that formula to calculate. So when you are writing the formula, the software, the MS Excel should know that what you want to do. Okay, so for that purpose cell referencing is done, and there is in one or several formula you can use cell reference to refers to. So what you do when you are referring a cell reference, the first thing that you do when you are doing cell reference is that you are fetching some data from one or more contiguous cell. Contiguous means continuous, means boundary by boundary cell. Okay, here it is written the meaning of contiguous: data contained in different area of a worksheet, means from where you have to take the data, means in the different cells that you want to calculate, you can refer there. Data on other worksheet in the same workbook. See, I'm explaining you the concept of workbook. I had also explained previously. See, this is a worksheet, and here it is sheet 1. When we are writing clicking plus sign here, then we are having more than one sheet, and this collection of this 1 2 3 4 sheet are known as workbook. So if you are writing here certain formula, then you can fetch the data from sheet 2 also, sheet 3 also. So that is why it is said that you can refers to डेटा ऑन द अदर सीट इन द सेम वर्कबुक. एक ही वर्कबुक में है, दूसरे सीट में है, देन आप उसको यहाँ से फेच कर सकते हो, वहाँ से आप रेफर कर सकते हो और अपने कैलकुलेशन में ऐड कर सकते हो. दीज आर द 3 थिंग्स दैट यू आर डूइंग व्हेन यू आर डूइंग सेल रेफरेंसिंग. नाउ व्हाट इज रिलेटिव सेल रेफरेंसिंग? रिलेटिव सेल रेफरेंसिंग क्या है? when we are saying relative cell referencing, it means that when we are going to do the same calculation in other cell, the same thing is getting updated with the relative cells. For example, here we are calculating the price of bread in D2. When we will copy the same formula in D3, it will automatically change. B2 is automatically changed into B3 and C3. C2 will change into C3. So relative cell referencing is a type of cell referencing in which relative cells are automatically updated. And here you can write from your book, or it is also given in your book, the definition. Relative cell referencing can be defined as a cell reference which is relative to position of the formula. A formula with a relative cell reference changes as you copy it from one cell to another. Up to here you can read the definition of relative cell referencing, and if you are not understanding what is relative cell referencing, if you want any help, you can write me in the comment section. I will explain you once more if you have any difficulty. So I think it's understood now what is relative cell referencing. Now let's see another type of cell referencing. There are 3 types of cell referencing. I want to tell you, here it is written also. It is relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing and the mixed cell referencing. So today we are going to see only these 3 cell referencing, and after that it will end the session. So the first one you can see first one is already clear, that is relative, and then absolute. Absolute cell referencing is a type of cell referencing in which copying of means automatic update of cell address is not allowed, and for that we use $sign. See, you can write definition from here. Absolute cell referencing always refers to a specific cell. It doesn't change when the formula is copied. Okay, and for this purpose what we use to create an absolute referencing, we add $symbol before the column or row heading. Okay, I'm explaining you with the help of this example. For example, you can see here we have written formula in E3. Yes, so equal to B3 into $H$3. What it means? B3 may change, but H3 will not change. H3 is given here conversion rate. Okay, so when you will copy the same formula, this formula in another cell here, then it will not automatically get updated. Okay, so this is how we write absolute cell referencing. Now let's see another type of cell referencing, that is mixed cell referencing. So mixed cell referencing is a type of cell referencing in which we use both the types of referencing, relative cell referencing and absolute cell referencing. You can define it in very easy way. If you are knowing mixed and if you are knowing absolute and relative, then simply you have to say mixed cell referencing is combination of relative and absolute cell referencing. See, a cell reference that is combination of relative and absolute column and cell references is known as mixed referencing. For example, you can see the above was also the mixed exam. This is also the mixed one. Okay, because here you can see that the one of the value is fixed, means H3 is fixed, but B3 will automatically get updated when it will change from one cell to another. So mixed can be said as absolute, because it may contain some absolute cell referencing. So now I think mixed cell referencing is now clear to you. Tomorrow in the next session we will learn editing in Excel. Till then, thank you. Keep reading, and if you have any problem ask me in the comment section. I will explain you. मैं फिर से एक बार हिंदी में बता दे रहा हूँ कि तीनों सेल रेफरेंसिंग में अंतर क्या है। जो पहला रिलेटिव सेल रेफरेंसिंग था उसमें क्या था कि आपको जो है एक सेल में आपने फार्मूला लिखा, तो उसको दूसरे सेल में जब आपने कॉपी किया तो उसमें जो भी वैल्यू था ऑटोमेटिकली अपडेट हो गया दूसरे सेल के अनुसार, पैटर्न के अनुसार। जैसा कि आपने पहला में दिया था वैसा ही दूसरा में अपने आप अपडेट हो गया। जबकि एब्सोल्यूट सेल रेफरेंसिंग में क्या है कि आपने पहले में लिखा और दूसरे में यदि कॉपी भी किया तो वो कॉपी तो हुआ, लेकिन वो जो अगर फिक्स कर दिया गया है डॉलर साइन लगाकर तो वो चेंज नहीं होगा, वो फिक्स का फिक्स रहेगा, है ना। और मिक्स सेल रेफरेंसिंग में क्या है कि इसमें कुछ फार्मूला लिखा तो उसमें कुछ सेल आपने ऐसा लिखा जिसमें कि चेंज हो रहा है और कुछ ऐसा लिखा जो कि फिक्स रहेगा। तो उस तरह के जिसमें कि दोनों रहता है, यानी कि चेंज होने वाला भी रहता है और नहीं भी चेंज होने वाला रहता है, उसको हम लोग मिक्स्ड सेल रेफरेंसिंग कहते हैं। सो स्टूडेंट कीप रीडिंग। थैंक यू, बाय बाय।